Hey, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the organic side of Facebook and how you can use organic free strategies to grow your church on Facebook without spending a dime. Coming up. Okay, so why are we talking about Facebook? Well, Facebook has 2.8 billion people on it and 1.7 billion log in every single day. And the largest age demographic of people on Facebook are people ages 25 to 34. So if you're trying to reach young families, especially young families with elementary school age kids, the single largest demographic on Facebook is exactly who you're trying to reach. So let's dive in. Let's talk about some organic strategies that you can use for free in order to be able to promote your church on Facebook. There's a couple of different things that we can do on Facebook in order to be able to reach more people in your city and help promote your church. Okay, so let's dive into 4 different things that you can do organically on Facebook to grow your church. All right, number 1, and these are organic Facebook posts. Chances are this is what you're probably already doing anyway. So whenever you have baptisms or baby dedications or Christmas Eve or a fall festival, you probably go on Facebook and you let everybody know about it. The only problem with this strategy is that Facebook only shows your post to less than 3% of the people who actually like your page, right? So if you have 1,000 people who like your page and you go post about the new sermon series that you're doing this Sunday, only about 30 of those 1,000 people will actually see that post. And then if a lot of people are liking, commenting, and sharing, Facebook will start to show that content to a few more people. But the bottom line is you're not going to have that many people that are going to see an organic post. Now, that's okay. There's a couple of ways around this. Number 1 is to use video. Now, whenever you use video as a post, you're automatically just going to get more organic reach. Facebook's going to show it to more people because they know more people watch videos than just read text, right? So it's always better to have at least a picture is better than text, and video is better than a picture or text. So if you can, use some type of short video. And these can be things like sermon clips from your Sunday sermon. You can use like little devos. You could literally just throw a little video on there of you talking about something you read in the Word this morning or something that's been on your heart lately. You can use it for sermon quote cards or scripture cards. You can use it for volunteer celebration. I'm a big fan of this, right? Where if you just pick a volunteer, 1 or 2 volunteers every single month, and just kind of write up a little post on them about how long they've been at the church and how they serve in the parking lot or they've been faithfully serving in the kids ministry, right? Just show people that you appreciate it. Not only will your volunteers appreciate that, right? The person's like, wow, I just got featured on our Facebook page. That's pretty cool, right? But all the other volunteers see that you're noticing them and that you appreciate them. And so this is going to go really far. And because it's kind of a human interest piece, this post is probably going to get a lot more engagement because people love hearing stories about people. And then the last thing that you can use this for are testimonials. So especially if your church does video announcements, these are great. You can actually do video announcements or you can actually post testimonials. We do this in my church from time to time is we'll just feature like someone in the church or we'll feature a married couple, right? Or some parents who kind of went through a crazy story. We'll actually show the video of this is what they're struggling with. This is what they did. This is how they responded. And then this is how everything came out, right? Those videos are awesome. They're touching and they kind of pull people in with the power of story. By posting these on Facebook, you're going to get a lot more engagement and a lot more shares, which is going to cause Facebook to show it to even more people. Now, the last thing that you want to keep in mind on a Facebook post is social currency. I see so many churches making the same mistake over and over and over again. It's where you go out and you're asking all of your people, hey, like all of our posts, comment on all of our posts, share all of our posts. See, the problem is, if your content isn't shareable, people don't want to share it. So if you've been doing this over and over, you're trying to get your volunteers or your staff or the people in your church to share your content and they're not doing it, the reason is because that content isn't very sticky. See, you have to understand social currency is the reason people share something or they don't, right? The idea of social currency is basically if it makes them look cool, look in the know, or increases their status, right? So people will share a funny meme because other people will like that and say, oh my gosh, that's such a funny meme. And then they'll think you're funny. It raises your status. But if you go share a super boring post about something that's going on at the church or something that your friends will react negatively to, now you actually decrease your status, right? So it either gives social currency or it takes social currency, but nothing's neutral. And this is why people won't share your post. It's the same reason why if you were to go out and have a fall festival and you're like, hey, it's going to be over the top. We have a fall festival and we have a candy catapult and we're doing a rooftop candy drop and a costume contest. And every single person who shows up gets a $500 gift card to Target, right? people are going to share that like crazy because it makes them look good. And then when they show up to your event and they have an incredible time and their kids love them for it, and now the kids think their parents are rock stars for taking them to this awesome event, and their parents think you're a rock star for sharing it. This is the idea of social currency. And so if people aren't sharing your post, it's because they're not shareable and they're not something that's going to make them look good. So think about that when you craft your post. Think about something that's going to make people look good when they share with their friends. Okay, before we get to our final 3 tips on ways that you can promote your church on Facebook, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. We've got tons of videos. We're constantly coming out with fresh content, and that'll make sure that you see all of our future videos. Okay, number 2, a Facebook event. Now, again, this is probably something that you've already done for your Christmas Eve services or a back to school event or your Easter services or even Mother's Day. And this is basically where you go and you create an actual Facebook event and then you invite all of your people to it. Now, this is a great idea for supplemental marketing. It's not really going to be a great way to get people to your event as a sole strategy, right? So if you're already running Facebook ads or you already have some other type of promotional pieces, then you can also create a Facebook event and invite people. But again, you're relying on the power of social currency. If people like your event and it's something that they know people are going to have fun at and they share it and people are going to thank them for sharing that, then it's going to be a great event. You're going to get a lot of shares and a lot of social currency for everyone in your church who shares it. But if not, that Facebook event's pretty much just going to sit there and nobody's going to actually say that they're coming and you're not going to get the response that you're looking for. So still a great strategy and it's absolutely free, but this should be a supplemental strategy as opposed to your primary strategy. Okay, number 3, Facebook Live. Now, my guess is especially with the pandemic and everyone moving to live streaming, a lot of you guys are already doing this, but there's other ways that you can use Facebook Live besides just live streaming your Sunday morning service. Okay, so you can also use this for devotionals. You can actually use a Facebook Live for your staff meeting or maybe for a digital Meet the Pastor night that you're doing, especially if your church is still 100% live stream and you're not meeting in person just yet. That's a great idea is you can have a digital Meet the Pastor night sometime during the week, and you can actually use Facebook Live to do it, right? So you can do kind of an AMA, right, and Ask Me Anything where Pastor goes live and you're just asking different questions and just saying, hey, what questions do you guys have for me, right? Like, man, super excited to get to know you guys. And the last thing I recommend using Facebook Live for is behind the scenes. And the great thing about this is this can be pretty much anything that you're doing. People love behind the scenes, right? Everyone wants to know, like, you can go behind the scenes of your sermon prep for Sunday morning, right? You can literally just go live. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 30 seconds. It could be a minute. It could be 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. But you just say, hey, what's up, guys? I'm super pumped. Man, here I'm working on my sermon. In fact, and you can show your desk. Here's some of the books I got, and I'm going out. Right, here's one of the things that I just found. Did you know that this word in the original Greek actually means this? I'm so pumped. Whatever it is, it's just behind the scenes. People want to see you getting ready for your sermon prep. They want to see your staff meetings. They want to see you getting ready for an event, right? So even if you're up there on a Saturday night and you're doing something to get ready for Sunday, man, go live. Just let people take a look at it, right? Some people will actually watch live while you're doing it and you'll actually get some interaction. Some people will watch it afterwards, but this is a great way to just engage people and also kind of create that relationship equity with people who already like your church is just by shooting all this behind the scenes stuff. And you can do this once a day, twice a day, every day, and just show people the behind the scenes stuff that's going on to getting ready for Sunday morning. All right, and finally, number 4, Facebook Stories. Now, the Stories platform is still relatively new to the Facebook platform. This is basically something that Mark Zuckerberg stole from Snapchat and built into Instagram, and it was so popular that they started doing Facebook Stories as well. The cool thing is this is still new enough that Facebook still pushes Facebook Stories, so you're gonna get a lot more organic reach out of a Facebook Story than you would out of just a regular post. So you can use this for a lot of the same things that we've been talking about in these last 3, especially using it for announcements or using it for behind the scenes stuff or using it for a quick word or a Devo, right? You could even use this to rehash some of your sermon points from the Sunday morning before just to kind of keep it in front of people. And it always works great with behind the scenes content. So one of the other things I'd like to point out that Facebook Stories are great for, because you can use them for so many different things. It can be video, it can be a graphic for an event that's coming up, it can be a reminder about the new sermon series, it can even just be a graphic for the sermon title that you're preaching this Sunday. But this is also great for ministry highlights. And I personally love this and used to do this when I was on staff at my church all the time, is you can literally walk into your kids ministry, right? And you can do this during the week or you could do this on a Sunday morning, but you can walk into your kids ministry and just walk people through what a typical kids service looks like. Like, hey, mom and dad, do you wonder what it looks like when your kids go to kids church? Well, we're going to take you behind the scenes of kids church. Let's go. You can do the same thing for youth ministry. You can do this for band practice, right? Again, people love behind the scenes. And so just say, hey, we're out here, man, it's Thursday night. The band's practicing late. It's 11 o'clock at night. Everyone's hungry. Everyone's tired. They want to get out of here. But man, they have been practicing for the last 3 hours getting ready for Sunday morning. Check this out. I'm super excited about this new song. Okay, so those are 4 different ways that you can use Facebook to promote your church. It doesn't cost you a dime. Okay, so if you haven't seen part 1 of this video, actually you can go back and watch part 1 where we actually cover a paid strategy and how to use Facebook ads to reach more people in your city and grow your church.